So, I'm gonna make this healer pay for making me wait.
What's your deal, lady? You been trying to make everybody pay. Did somebody hurt you? Did they cut you in a bad way?
Yes, his name was Berserk.
I'll get that back. I don't know who the fuck that is. My name is Kura.
Boring. 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 So let's have a talk. Alright, this is video time. Alright, this is going up on the YouTube's what is that in the background? Cut that shit off!
Are we gonna talk E3?
Yes, we're gonna talk about E3. This is a video review. What y'all thought about E3?
Garbage.
I didn't see E3 yet, so
E3 disappointed me.
You didn't see EA's conference?
EA.
They showed
the whole entire time.
they showed gameplay of Anthem.
Oh, did they? Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, don't. It's not as amazing as you think it is. It's looking quite happy. I wish they showed more.
I mean, of course, I'm not a sports fan, so I don't care about your FIFA and your Madden and Madden 19, 20, whatever number they're on. But yeah, Anthem did not as somebody said, it's the mystery of what Anthem is will probably be better than what the game actually is.
It didn't tickle your fancy.
No, it actually let me down. I was looking forward to it. I've
Yeah.
been looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it, but
it's like Destiny, but maybe possibly better.
maybe possibly better.
I could get with that. You know, there's a lot of things that Destiny left me lacking. But then I saw their gameplay footage of it, and I was like,
It's pretty much just a knockoff EA version of Destiny.
pretty much looks like that. And I'm like, I played Dragon Age Inquisition. It's like, to the point, it's made me want to play Dragon Age Inquisition again. BioWare. EA, it's like, they're like, oh yeah, you'll get to have choices and you know, forge your character's path the way that you want to, and then when you interact with people online in the outside world,
Yeah, they said they're making it
matter.
mostly a single player experience, but like when you're out there like on the field, you can, you know, play with your friends. But it's mostly a single player experience. So it's like in that way it's different than Destiny.
Yeah, but at the same time, man, that trailer,
It's the thing.
Plays
the trailer
PC.
was not that great. It didn't pull me in. It didn't make me
Yeah,
be like, oh my
the
God,
the
I gotta go
trailer
drop.
did not do the game justice.
Because it did not make me want to say, oh snap, I need to go pre-order this right now.
Yeah.
I was looking
When
at it, okay,
when I
alright.
first seen the game, I was hyped about it. I was like, "Oh man, this game looks like it's gonna be sick." And then you saw more gameplay of it, and you were just like, I don't know. I
I
don't
think what's
know."
really killing me about that game is the talk in the news of everything that's going on. You know, with the fact that you have a lot of project managers leaving and everything like that. And, you know, I mean, granted, you don't know if they're leaving because they don't believe in the project, you know, also with the pushbacks because EA's trying to find something new to do because they've been getting hit with.
I mean, yeah, EA screwed up when they did the freaking Battlefield fuck up. Battlefront, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did. And I've been trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, you know, saying, hey, because I can't say one game they make that I really do love is NBA Live. You know, like I fuck with that game, you know. But yeah, they're gonna have to find something new to do, man. And I'm hoping Anthem is better than what, you know, I think it is. Because it feels like really it's just a knockoff version of Destiny. And if it is, I don't see myself. I would wait because right now Destiny is what, $9. I would wait like I waited. I would wait for that.
Destiny's $9 right now.
You're talking about Destiny 1, not Destiny 2.
No, I'm talking about Destiny 2 is $9.
Destiny 2
right now. Destiny 2 is $9 at Best Buy right now.
Is it? Damn, how the mighty have fallen.
Dude, nobody playing. Nobody. I mean, you got certain people that still playing the game because they still hold true to it, but it is not a great game.
It's not. And
I mean, I give them this. Go ahead.
I feel bad because, like, my babe got it, and I was like, I'm not gonna get it because it's just gonna be more of the same. But then my babe got it, and I was watching him play it, and I was like, oh, they actually improved on, like, the story and stuff, and I was like, well, maybe I'll give them a chance. So I went out and got it, and then you get to the end game, and it was more of the same as Destiny 1. You get to a point to where you're grinding out shit, and it just, you're slowly leveling. I don't like that. It's like, if I'm going to grind in a game, I want to feel like my grinding is leading to an end point. With Destiny, it was like you would grind and grind and grind and grind, and you would get items that didn't make your character any better.
Well, see, my problem with Destiny was simple fact. You grind and everything like that, and I don't mind the grind. I don't mind the grind, really don't. But
when you play MMOs, of course you don't mind the grind, but it depends on if it's fun or not.
It was not. It was so boring. That's the whole thing that killed me. It got boring after a while. Like, there was no nostalgic about me wanting to say, oh man, I gotta have this gear. Oh, I gotta have this, you know.
It got boring because they pretty much made it where you were grinding for RNG, but it seemed like the percentage of that RNG was so low you would never see the shit possible. It's like, okay, you go out and kill this elite enemy that's like super hard to kill, or do these fates or whatever and fight these really hard bosses, and if you did the fate a proper way, it upgraded the fate, and that was supposed to upgrade the drops, but you would do the upgraded fate properly, and then you would get shit drops.
Yeah.
The drops that you would have gotten if you had just done it the normal fucking way and not even wasted the fucking 5 minutes to go around and shoot all the black bubbles and make sure all the goo monsters were killed, and then they summon their fearless leader to come and fight you, and now it's a super souped up fate.
Yeah.
You seen Forsaken, right? How are they trying to convince players to come back? Hey, like, hey guys, hey, come back to us, please.
Yeah, they were talking about we listen to the players, and it's like I'm kind of getting tired of that. You know, everybody says like 2K, don't get like 2K, NBA 2K. Like, I play that game a lot, you know, because I like sports, you know.
Sports.
And they keep talking about we're listening to the community. we're doing this. But yeah,
But
at
that's
the
the
same
thing.
time,
That's the thing, though. They're listening. They don't have to respond, but they're listening.
Yeah.
So they're
that,
telling the truth, but they
Yeah.
don't have to respond. Oh yeah, we're listening, but we're not doing anything. That's what they're
And that's how I
saying.
feel. And that's how I feel. It's like, you know, because still in 2K, for some reason, dudes who not supposed to be able to shoot threes can shoot half-court shot threes, and they say, oh, well, it's because he knows his jump shot very well. Okay, I know my jump shot. Every time I go into practice, I'm getting nothing but green lights. But then all of a sudden, I go into park or something like that, or pro-am, and I'm missing left and right. And I'm like, okay, what the frick is going on? But here it is, I'm in the practice mode, and I'm getting nothing but green because I literally been practicing with that shot since, like, they first came out with the, oh, you can now make your own customized shot. So it's like, dude, I'm getting tired of people saying, oh, we're listening to people, but y'all really not. Y'all just sitting there and it's like, all right, cool,
Shit.
what can we do to get them to come back? Oh, we're going to tell them we're listening. Yeah. We're going to tell them we're listening, but then we're just going to do the same bullshit over and over.
That's usually how it is. Get them in their pocket and they start losing profit. So they're like, well, I guess
Holy
it's
shit.
that we're listening to what the people are saying, and we're fixing the problem that a lot of people have. Because that's what they supposedly said they did with Destiny.
You're breaking up.
Like, people were like, oh, loot drops, like getting their loot drops, and so they loot drops, and then taking them to whatever the fuck his name was. I mean, give you a fucking comment. It's like, huh? And then they're like, oh no, it's freaking as intended. And then people were like, well, if this is how you intend your thing to be, I'll stop saying it. And then they fixed it. But they didn't really fix it. Because all they did was just get her for you fucking those goddamn jobs.
Yeah, maybe they're like, hey, we're just gonna make it a little bit easier for you. Yeah. Like, really?
You know, normally in a game where you have a way to upgrade that loot to get better, to make it on par with the higher tier loot, or as close to it. It may not be supreme, but you can get it close to. You know, I think Destiny did sound like that would have been nice, because then you would be grinding, get the material to upgrade your gear, and to actually feel like you're going somewhere.
Another thing that got me with Destiny is, to get this emote, if I really want it, I have to buy this silver and spend like $50 to get the silver and no, just to get a loot box, and then guess what? I may not even get it.
Yeah, they asked about that when they were doing the little press conference with for whatchamacallit, and they were like, no, we're not going to have loot boxes. There will be microtransactions, but they will be purely glamour, and you spend money and get exactly what you want. That's what they said.
That sounds like Warframe.
Yeah.
They said it wouldn't be anything that would give you like a heads up on anything. It's gonna be purely glamour purposes. That's what they said.
It sounds like Warframe, which is good.
Well, no, Warframe is a free-to-play game where you can grind your shit out, or you can spend money to get it sooner. That's not the same.
No. Warframe.
So you're telling me right now, if two people started Warframe, somebody spent money on the game, and then somebody played free, that person who spent money would not be ahead of the person who had not spent money?
No, in terms of content and story, no.
Okay.
I mean, it's basically just glamour, or like to get like a new Warframe, but you don't have to get that same Warframe.
Yeah,
you can earn every Warframe.
Yeah, you can earn every Warframe, but the amount of time it takes to get them, people just buy it. So I mean, if they're gonna do that same thing in Anthem, they can definitely count me out, because I'm not doing that.
No, but no. They said only for glamour purposes. So, why I said Warframe is because Warframe, glamour purposes is like, oh, like buying skins or buying, like, well, like Warframe, they did a special thing with color, but that's just like, it's just little things. It's not like the whole, not the whole package. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking when you said Warframe. When you said glamour.
Look, all I'm saying is this. I left plenty of MMOs because they simply do the shit where.
Well,
hey,
it's not an
this.
MMO. They already confirmed
it's
it's not an MMO.
But I'm just comparing it to one because that's pretty much mostly what I play. Let's be honest.
What is the online feature though?
I mean, they just said that you can quest with friends if you want to, and it'll make things a bit easier than if you try to do stuff by yourself. That's pretty much
like
all
that.
they said.
I can agree with that because
That's the same
sometimes
thing
you
as
don't want to play
Destiny,
with your
though.
friends.
Yeah, they
That's why
said
I keep
that
saying I feel like
the it's gonna be an open world experience, like a live open world experience. So you'll see other people out there as well, I guess, doing quests with you. Which I don't know, because Destiny tried to do that too, and it was like only in specific areas, like specific zones. Like people weren't just out anywhere because I don't think games are developed enough to be able to handle that type of stress unless it's an MMO. At that point, it would be an MMO. But what they're doing is kind of like how Destiny has these specific zones where people show up at, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's other people doing stuff here as well. You want to do stuff with them, you can. If not, whatever. But I still, my final verdict is I have to wait. I have to see more. I have to see what the end game is really gonna, entail. Like, is it gonna be like Destiny, like you doing dailies and stuff, and then you roll on RNG to see if you get a piece of loot that you might not get, or is it gonna be like Borderlands where the enemies have certain drop rates and you just farm an enemy and it's like a looter shooter type of thing? Like, you have to see like what the daily grind for the game is gonna be like what's it really gonna entail, which they showed none of that at all. So, but there's supposed to be like playable demos there, so maybe we'll get like some. They announced February 22nd of next year.
Alright, they need to come out with something at least.
Well,
I mean,
EA kind of has to, because it's coming up to their. If you look at the year for EA, their physical year, it's not been that great. It's not been that great for EA. And their physical year ends in like March of 2019. So they have to come out with a game that is like, oh my gosh, this shit is blowing out. This shit is, one of the biggest game in the nation type kind of thing. And, in order for them to do something, they need to go back to some of their old games like Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Dragon Age, the original ones, not the new shit that had came out after like I think it was
Acquisition.
Yeah, that one was trash. They need to go back to their old original stuff, get that stuff, bring that stuff back to the people, because that's what people really want. Like, yeah, you want the new stuff, but you want that same old storyline feel. Like, I remember when I played Dragon Age, I think it was 2. Dude, I couldn't put the game down because it was like, oh man, I gotta finish this. I want to know what happened. Oh man, did I make the right decision? I'm like into this game. Mass Effect 1 and 2, I was so worried that I made the wrong decision and everything like that. And then when Mass Effect 3 came out, I was just like, what the fuck? The ending was, I was just like, what the fuck? Really? I made all these decisions just to get to this punk ass ending? Really?
Oh yeah, the endings were so trash.
Yeah,
the same ending. with in different
Well,
colors. I was so curious about that.
so there's a well, you can there you so in all it is there's like I think 3 different enemies, and then one the dude actually lives. He lives, but you have to do some like really fucked up shit. But you have to go all the way back to number 1 and play it all the way over, and then play 1, 2, and then do everything on 3.
Okay, we don't want to get into spoiler territories, but they did say that they were going to try to work on um, constant updates, constant like story updates, because they said that a lot of people would like play the game, beat the story, and then they want more. So they said they're gonna give the game constant updates, which is a good thing, but not a good thing, because one, constant updates to the game, cool, that's great and all, but announcing that you're pretty much gonna have DLC before the game is even released, it's not good.
No, I mean, I think it more depends on what they mean. If they're gonna do the Monster Hunter World route where there's gonna be updates and like for the first year or whatever they're gonna be free, or any DLC that comes out is gonna be free for the first year. Okay, fine, I don't mind that. And then go, okay, if you want more beyond this year, you're gonna have to put money down. But at least, within that year, you've invested time, and whether you like it or not, you'll know. Versus getting the game at the start, liking how, basically like Destiny, as you're leveling, oh, the game is great, like you love it. But then you get to that end game and you just stall out, and it's like, I paid for a season pass because I got hyped off the beginning, and then now I'm gonna suffer through the end because I put $20, $40 down for a season pass for this game.
Alright, well yeah, there wasn't really much at E3 that, or for EA, that I really cared about other than Anthem. They didn't show what we really wanted to see, so whatever. I mean, I would grade that like a D, like they barely passed. I'm not gonna give them a flat F. I give them a D.
I give them a flat F. I'm that dude. I would give them a flat F because, dude, okay, one, you already know. I feel like they should have showed a lot more than what they showed. Like, don't get me wrong, the trailer was like, like I'm not gonna run out and like, let me go put a down payment on Anthem. I'm like, nah, alright, I may get it when it comes out. But they should have showed a lot more, especially with all the news press that's been going on, the controversy. With you got project managers leaving and everything like that. Like, you should have showed us a lot more, to get us invested, to be like, alright, cool, I want to get this game. So I give them an F on their EA presentation, man. It was not up to par, man.
I mean, my main thing was I didn't see much gameplay. I mean, you just saw them flying from one area to the next area to the next area. Oh, look, there's a little platform with some dudes on it. Let's shoot them. Okay, boom. And then they went flying off to the next area. I didn't really see how like loot worked. Like, do the enemies drop loot? Is it like, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it's like, how would even the ammunition work? Because looking at it, the ammunition had numbers, which means you had ammo, which means there has to be some way to refill that ammo. But you didn't see the enemies drop anything.
Yeah, like, I want to know, how does the mech suits work? Because when they first brought this idea out, they was like, yeah, you're gonna be able to customize it any way you want to. You're not gonna be stuck with just doing like one, like, in Destiny. If you're a hunter, you just
that's all you'll ever be.
You got different things, but they was like, the way they were saying, like, you're gonna be able to customize it, with different types of guns and everything like that. Like, I didn't get to see that. I would have loved to have seen that, to see, like, okay, what kind of customization are you talking about? Are you talking about, like,
They
Oh,
just
I
show
can.
color customization.
Yeah. And if that's the case, then like shit, you just knock out version of Destiny.
Yeah, they didn't show any other variants to the different mechs. They were just like, oh yeah, you can change the color. So if you wanted it to be pink, it could be pink. And I was just like, okay. What about weapons? What about
Yeah.
like, do I get to change the armor pieces
Yeah,
out to
like,
look different, or am I just gonna
what?
look like everyone else but just a different color?
How in depth is the customization? Is it just color changing, or can you interswap pieces to give your mech its own little look? And then on top of that, it's like, if you can swap out pieces, it's gonna be like a glamour system where you can wear, you have the base armor that has the damage and stats, and then you have like an armor that shows on the outside that's just for aesthetic pleasing people.
Okay, yeah, this video's gone too long. Gotta make sure to stay in an hour at least. That was good enough.
Well, you